Hi everyone, today we are going to be watching The Last Airbender. I almost called it Avatar, but they dropped Avatar from the title, so it's just The Last Airbender. This is the 2010 movie. I have never seen it. I watched the show. I love the show. I used to watch it as it was coming out, like after school on Nickelodeon, and it was one of my favorite shows growing up. And then I watched it again in like 2018. I was working in Singapore, so I lived there for a few months, and they had Avatar on Singaporean Netflix, and I was so happy. I watched the whole thing. It was like a really nice piece of my childhood while I was away from home. Then 2 years after that, I think it was 2020 when they added it to the US Netflix. So then all my little cousins and my niece and nephew found out about the show, and I watched it again with them. Do you hear the footsteps? Okay, look who showed up. This is my version of Appa. Oh my gosh. He's like running around, so his hair is like everywhere. Alright, keep running. But that's Stitch, if you haven't seen him before. Anyway, I'm super excited to watch the new Netflix show that's coming out this month. And I was thinking, even though I've watched the show a few times, I've never watched the movie. And I've heard a lot of things about this movie. Yeah. So I am a bit nervous to watch it. I'm hoping it'll be like a fun experience. We'll see. But I figured it might help in some way prep me for for the first season of the new Netflix show. I don't know if it will, but let's go ahead and start watching. The way I'm so hoping they're gonna use like the water, earth, fire, air intro from the show. Water?
100 years ago, all was right with our world.
Sorry, I'm waiting for it, but that's not it.
Water, earth, fire, and air nomads lived amongst
Okay,
each
it's
other in
close.
harmony. The Avatar was the only person born amongst
I'm
all.
sorry, who? The Avatar?
The Avatar kept balance in the world.
You know what? The way there's certain things that are stuck in my head, like some poems or like little monologues will forever just be ingrained into my brain. The opening sequence of the show is one of them. So while they're going off, doing their own thing, I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing. Water, earth, fire, air. Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar, master of all four elements, could stop them. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named Aang. And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe Aang can save the world. And then we start. That's something I memorized so long ago, and it's just forever stuck with me now. I wish they had included it. I feel like that would have been a good little nudge to the fan base.
He just disappeared.
That was fun though, the sound effect. Wait. Sorry, I paused and it said Jackson Rathbone. I did not recognize Jackson Rathbone at all.
Watch what side of the film
Okay, now I do. They just decided to do a clear shot of his face. Now I saw him, yeah. Maybe step off the ice while you're doing that? Go on, like, the snowy part?
It's caving.
Yeah.
Move away from the cracks.
Oh my gosh, it's like all ice, though. Wait, you're waterbenders. Or she is.
Do not hit that sphere.
The angles are kind of fun, like the camera shots. I'm like 2 minutes in, I'm having fun. Hopefully that doesn't change. Appa! Oh, and the Avatar. Is that how they said it?
What's your name? How did you get here? How did you get in the ice?
I don't know, he's like, guys, let me sleep.
I ran away from home. We got in a storm. We were forced under the water of the ocean.
Oh, I see.
I was just upset.
What? I'm sorry, I need to like rewatch that conversation. I feel like they just said very sad things, but they're smiling the whole time.
I was just upset. Thanks for saving me.
Lucky.
I probably should get home.
You're not still upset?
Not as much as I was.
I feel like my brain isn't processing the words or something.
Sokka, don't.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge that they're changing the pronunciation.
Zuko.
I was about to say I'm gonna go ahead and acknowledge that the pronunciation is just gonna be different and we're gonna move on from it. But his was the same, so that's something. Was it? Like they're messing with my mind. I don't even know what's pronounced in what way anymore.
I'm taking you to my ship. If you don't come, I'll burn down this village.
I mean, he's a good actor, so I'm excited to see him in it.
What do you want us to do, Katara? How are we supposed to save her?
Appa!
I know know you think everything's going to work out, but I don't.
Hello? The noise is behind you? He's just progressively getting louder. He sounds like the reindeer from the Santa Claus.
What kind of test?
I assure you, it won't hurt. I've performed it hundreds of times.
That's not Uncle, is it? He doesn't have that, like, I don't know, a little bit of a warmth quality to him.
My name is Iro, and you have my word.
Okay, that is. I feel like his looks isn't portraying that sense of peace. Like a little bit of the comic relief that we would expect from him.
I believe that little boy might be the Avatar.
She said it the way the show says it. I wonder if the actress just was like, I'm not saying Avatar or whatever.
Even try to escape.
This is a warship.
That felt more like something from Spy Kids. It's a bit silly.
You found the Avatar.
For a moment, I had my honor back.
Oh. Well, we know what the context of that is. But someone who's maybe just watching this movie now and without having ever watched the show won't understand what exactly he means and how important that honor is to him.
Ong flew us to his home. He told us how he left there in a storm on Appa.
Butter right.
Oh my goodness. The way she was narrating as they passed by made me worry that they weren't going to show much of this. They were just going to tell us about it. So I'm glad that they're at least showing us this.
We can do this together! Ah!
It does. Oh, okay. There you go. I was going to say it does feel like we're moving too quickly. And then right as I was thinking that they did a hard cut to a completely different scene. Yeah.
As you know, the Fire Lord has banished his son, the Prince.
Okay, here's where we're getting the exposition.
To remind Prince Zuko that during...
I appreciate the shot of the hand. It felt like he could calm him down. He's a sense of comfort towards him.
Are you the Avatar, Ong?
Who is this?
Leave him alone.
She's a bender. Katara!
I feel like that might have made me laugh, but there was just something a little bit off about the tone. Some change in the music might have added a bit more humor to that.
Earthbender! Why are you acting this way? You don't need to live like this.
That's true. They're literally surrounded by the earth.
My name is Ong,
I am the Avatar.
and I'm the Avatar.
Why is he shocked? You knew that already. Oh wait, did he not know that? Did he not answer the question? Answer. Now I'm like, sorry. My goodness. Answer. Answer the question.
Leave him alone!
That was okay. Why is this reminding me of Shrek? You know the first one with Fiona fighting off Robin Hood?
You came to our village. Avatar Kyoshi loves
Avatar
games.
Kyoshi.
We move from town to town in the Earth Kingdom. We try to stay out of sight, but...
Again, we have her narration to kind of move the plot along quickly. I mean, this movie is pretty short, and they're trying to cover the whole first season. So I get why they decided to include all that narration, but it definitely does take away from a lot of the fun aspects of watching him learn how to bend and seeing them become closer friends. All the little side adventures they went on.
I'll show you what we must, Uncle.
He's so good. Just his eyes, you can see so many emotions go through him just watching his eyes.
He thinks he can get back to the spirit world.
Try to talk him out of it.
Yep, yep.
I guess your talk didn't work.
They didn't even talk. He said talk to him, and then they just cut to him waterbending. I'm like, did they film these extra scenes and then just cut them out, maybe?
Seem like a nice young man. You really do.
He scares me.
You will forgive me.
Oh no.
You?
No, no, no.
What?
Turn around! Can you go up? Can you use airbending? Oh my god.
Lord and I have a plan.
Why was that terrifying?
The Avatar has escaped!
There it is. Okay, great. Now you're using your airbending skills at least. Okay, that's a nice reference to the airbending classes. I'm curious to see how they're gonna build their relationship / friendship. I think one of the things I really liked about his character was that he looked unassuming and gentle. He looked gentle. So people underestimated him, and then he kind of came out and he was incredibly powerful and strong. But then the way the casting was done with this one, he doesn't look unassuming.
We arrived at the Northern Water Tribe.
Is the princess gonna be here? I want him to fall in love with the moon. Oh my god, that's her.
My brother
That's
and the
her.
princess became friends right away.
We're getting the narration again. I'm hoping we get to see some other dynamic, not just have it be told to us.
As many fires in this city should be put out as possible when the alarm...
I'm like so happy for them. I mean, I'm also sad for what's to come, but I'm happy for them.
I must assign a guard to be with you at all times, Princess.
That's me, I'll be her guard.
I had a feeling you might volunteer.
I wish we just got to see more of that relationship grow instead of just being told they are close friends now. Here they are.
Take this city, and we will have thwarted the Avatar in the process.
I feel like they're going back and forth a lot with the pronunciation. Some people are like, fine, I'll say Avatar. And other people are just like, I'll say Avatar. Ooh, little bubbles. That's kind of fun. Did you ever play, playing, like, sorry, when you're playing in the pool and just like splash around but pretending you're water bending? Because I did that.
Condolences on your nephew burning to death in that terrible accident.
Thank you.
Again, the scenes are like, just throw at you this one scene and then we're gonna move right back into a whole different type of atmosphere. A whole different energy from the intensity of, I'm sorry, this death just occurred, to now like whimsical music.
I've loved spending these weeks with you, Soka.
Weeks already? We don't know anything. I guess thank you for telling us how much time has passed.
I would say to your grandmother, my hair's white because when I was born, I was not awake. They prayed for days to the moon spirit.
You didn't tell me that.
You didn't ask me. Only your grandmother did.
This is cute. And then we cut away again. I'm like, give me more. A lot of the fun of the show is watching all of their relationships grow. Whether that was romantic or platonic. Just seeing them grow as individuals and grow together. Whoa. That looks like Ash. Why are they still dancing?
You have to meditate for long periods of time without losing focus.
How am I just now noticing the arrow? I've literally not noticed it this whole time.
Can you hear me?
Ma'am, didn't he say it had to be in silence? They barely left and he's like, let me have a conversation with you now.
Well, I hope I can give you that.
Wait, sorry. General trivia. Zac Efron auditioned for the part of Sokka, but he had to turn it down because of scheduling conflicts. Okay, that was a fun fact. I didn't know that.
Just wait till everyone's fighting everyone. Then in the night we'll...
Oh, he's still in the spirit world.
Airbending prodigy. Your father loves her.
Why is everyone talking to him when he's meditating? Oh my gosh, with the screams in the background. I did see another general trivia pop up that the kid who's playing Aang has a black belt in Taekwondo. One of the things I appreciated from the animated version was that they had a martial arts coordinator and consultant. Oh, I feel like this is the first time I'm seeing him clearly, and it's kind of scary. We're missing that, like, fuzzy fluffiness to Appa.
Why do spirits take the form of such benign things? It leaves them so vulnerable.
To teach man kindness and humility.
That was a great line. I appreciate seeing our uncle being wise. Our uncle? He's our uncle now.
You're too soft, General Ero.
You're too soft. And then this big reveal how it would have been so much more impactful if the casting had been a bit more similar to the animated version. Or I don't know, maybe even like the costume, seeing him in his robes instead of the Fire Nation uniform at some point to add that softness.
My soul will no longer exist in this form.
Please don't do this. There must be another way.
This is just making me really excited to see the Netflix version. I am hoping they do this justice. Like, this whole storyline could be so beautiful if it's done right. Like it was done in the show. Oh, that was pretty. The hair color change. I mean, this whole scene is pretty. But we needed to see more of their relationship to add those emotions.
Walk away. Come.
Careful. Just because you back down doesn't mean he will. Careful turning your back. No! Look at him! So dramatic. If you had just seen him go like that, you would have known that this was coming. Some of these effects feel like Nickelodeon. Maybe like the waviness of the water reminds me of the slime. But I just look at it and I think Nickelodeon. You see, that's cute. We're seeing more of his personality, his playfulness. Just incorporating more scenes like this throughout would have been great. I thought he was gonna poke the water. I was like, I would poke it too.
They want you to be their avatar.
Is that it? That feels like the final shot. Yeah. Oh.
Our forces in the northern
Just kidding.
failed to take the city.
Oh, this is like hinting towards a sequel. Book 2.
I do, Father.
So fun. She's so scary. If anything, I am very excited for the Netflix adaptation now. Oh my god, there's more? No, it's just rocks. I still had fun, just in general, being in the Avatar universe. And speaking of that, why don't we go ahead and watch the trailer as well? I watched the teaser when it came out a few months ago, but I have not yet watched the trailer, and I'm really excited to do that. And there it is. Oh, it came out 2 weeks ago. Okay, yeah, so I watched the teaser when it came out 3 months ago, but I have not watched the trailer yet, so let's go ahead and watch the trailer as well. I will say, Appa looks fluffy. That's something. They didn't even, look at that. I didn't even realize they didn't do that. Just him being fun and playing in the ball of air. That's such a classic scene, and that's just in the trailer for this one.
Right. There goes the savior of the world.
Oh, wait. Oh my gosh, he looks so much like him. That's so good. And you could immediately tell he's funny.
You have me, Tara, and a flying ball of fur.
Yay! I'm always so excited when I see Momo.
I'm the Avatar.
His mask is really good there too. Wow. The action too just feels so fast-paced, and you can appreciate more of like the power that they have behind their bending skills with it being that quick. It looks really promising. I hope it's good. Oh my god, there's a Kung Fu Panda 4. I didn't even realize there was like a 3. Okay, he's back to say goodbye. This was actually a lot of fun. It was just fun seeing the characters again, and it made me, especially watching the trailer at the end, really excited for the show that's coming up. And he's off to play again. Okay, feel free to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.